what is up, guys? This is Melo here from Team Breakthrough coming at you with a Speedroid deck profile. We read all of you guys' comments in the giveaway, and we saw that you guys want more, more duels and more deck profiles, but less meta. And it makes sense. So, Speedroids is a pretty fast pace, if you want to call it, if you get your combo pieces off, and it's also really fun. So I'm gonna go into details because I know not a lot of people know what the cards do, and some basic combos. So let's get started. So for the level 1 monsters, we run 3 Speedroid Red Eye dice. This is the level manipulator of your deck. When it's normal special summon, you can target another Speedroid so he cannot be himself, and then change his levels from 1 to 6. And keep in mind that I said change, not gain, because actually that makes a huge difference. So he's at 3 of, because he's a tuner and he changes the levels, so he's a must at 3. And then 2 Terratops. Terratops is probably the second, if not the first best card in this deck, because what happens is his effect is, his summoning condition is, if you control a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, and when this card is normal special summon, you can add one spirit monster from your deck to your hand, except of course a copy of himself, and then you can only use this effect of Speedroid Terratop once per turn. So you can special summon them multiple times from your hand, but you can only search once. So this card is so good. Like, he can bring you back by himself. Like, if you're top deck and you top deck this can bring you back, because you don't have to waste your normal summon on him. If you control the monsters, you can just special summon it and then search either the tuner or any other monster you want, and then make a synchro play from there. One thing though is that without the synchros, this deck is nothing. Just like that, because the monsters, you can see, they have really low attack. Their effects are not really that amazing. It's just based around the synchro. So any offensive or defensive plays that you want to do are either rely on the spell traps or synchro, not the main deck monsters. So 3 of that, because it's just amazing. And then 3 Taketomborg. Taketomborg, what it does, it has a summoning condition. If you control a wind monster, it doesn't have to be only wind monsters, you know what I mean? So like, you can have a wind and a light monster in the field. But if you control a wind monster, you can special summon it from your hand. Then you can tribute it off to special summon one Speedroid tuner monster from your deck, and then for the rest of the turn, you can only special summon wind monsters. So I mean, his effect is okay. He has that one limitation, but what happens is you can synchro summon whatever you want before, and then you can use his effect when you're ready to go into a wind monster, and then settle off. So he's really good. Then 2 Speedroid Tri-Eye dice is like a great Necro Gardener. When he's in the graveyard, you can banish it to negate the next attack, and also it's a quick effect. Also, he's a tuner and he's a level 3, only 2, because it's not as amazing as Red Eye dice. 1 Ojahi Kid. His effect is that when he's normal, you can target one turn a monster in either player's graveyard, and immediately after that, you get to synchro summon a wind monster. It's okay. I mean, it'll be better if you just say you get to synchro summon until whatever. If it didn't say wind monster, it will be better, but it has that wind condition, so it's not as amazing. 1 Speedroid Manko. This is kind of like the Swift Scarecrow of the deck. When your opponent is going all out, you can special summon this from your hand, and then you switch all the attack position monsters that your opponent controls into defense. So it prevents you from getting OTK'd. This is a personal preference. You can bump this up to 2. Like, his effect is actually really good, because like I said, this deck has really no defensive play, so you can bump this up to 2 if you want to be more defensive. It just works out for me like that. Then 2 Double Yo-Yos. Double Yo-Yo, what it does is, when this card is normal summon, it has to be normal, so it can't be special. You can target one level 3 or lower Speedroid monster in my graveyard and special summon it. So basically, we can bring back Terratop, or you can get back the tuner. Like, this card is amazing. The only reason why I cut it, I used to run it at 3. The only reason why I cut it down to 2 is because I'm playing Balance of Judgment, which I'm talking about, well, I'll talk about later. So to that, to Speedroid, this card, I don't know how I really feel about this card. I'm probably gonna cut it. The reason for that being is because it's not a Speedroid. Yes, it is a roid, but most of the Speedroid, the effects says is Speedroid monsters. You know, like everything it says is Speedroid, it just doesn't say roid. Unlike his effect, that when this card is summoned, so it can be special summoned too, you can target 2 Roid monsters in your graveyard, except of course himself, and add those targets to your hand. I mean, it's good, but the problem is that you waste your normal summon, his attack is really low, you get 2 cards to your hand, but then it's like it's really hard to make a play after that because you already wasted kind of your normal summon. And then you can even special summon what's his name? You can even special summon Terratop because you already control monster. You can special attack it on board because he's not a win. So it's really iffy. I'm probably gonna cut it because I mean he's good in theory, but hasn't really proven himself. And that's it for the monsters. Then for the traps, vanities, of course, to look down your opponent. One bottomless, compose. Then 2 Call of the Haunted to bring back or your, you know, the stuff that you have in the graveyard. You can emphasize Call of Haunted one of your stuff like Terratop and stuff like that. And you can set up for an extra play to finish because this deck does lose to like Unicorn and like the Fiends and stuff like that. So this helps to stop. The reason why I prefer Finish Chain over over skill drain, I mean not skill drain, over breakthrough skill is because breakthrough allows them to attack. This just is dead. So yeah. 2 Deep Prison because they really don't respect your back row. So this is gonna make them respect your back row. And then through Balance of Judgment, I know not a lot of people know what this card does, and I'm gonna read it to you. It says, if your opponent controls more cards than the combined number of cards in your hand and that you control, draw cards to their surplus, and you can only activate 1 Balance of Judgment per turn. So basically, this card it's really good when your opponent's going off. The reason is because you go minus a lot on this deck because of the synchro summoning. You might even waste like 3-4 monsters to make one synchro monster, and then yes, you can end phase this or stuff like that. You know, even if you get like 1 or 2 draws off of this is really good because you know in this game 1 card can make a difference. So really good. So this is to prevent you from being top decking because after you go all out with your synchro summoning, most of the time you end up top decking, and that's actually not good. So balance of judgment to prevent the top decking. Through speed recovery. This card is another card that it can bring you into the game by itself. When you activate this, you can target 1 Speedroid monster in my graveyard, and special summon it during your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to your graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Speedroid monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So if you already have one of this in the graveyard, you can activate this, special summon one from graveyard, banish this, and add another one, and then go off from there. Or even by itself, it's just like if you have Terratop, you can special Terratop and get Terratop's effect, get a tuner, synchro. So just like that, it's really good. 2 MSTs because you want your plays to go off. You don't want to really deal with back row. One Darko, 1 Regeki because to clear board, and I really don't want to lose to the Fiends. So 2 of that. 1 Foolish Burial because you can call out the Haunted. You can also speed recovery stuff. So you can send this and or whatever you want to just speed recovery back. 1 for 1 because Red Eye Dice is that good that you have to play 1-on-1 just for him. 1 Shock Surprise. I used to play this at 2, but then I'm playing the Balance of Judgment. Really good. It's kind of like the Fire Lake of the deck. You banish 2, destroy that many cards in the field. So really good. Limited removal because they're machines, so also really good. Soul Charge because it's busted. mind control to, you know, tinker with your opponent's stuff. That's it for the main deck. Then for the extra deck, for the level 4s, we have a Haster and Hair of the Arclight, really good. That's for level 4. Level 5, we have Cataster, Chanbara, and Armades. This guy attacks twice. He gains 200 during the damage step. If you spirit removal this card by himself can OTK. This to get around Burning Abyss and all the other stuff. This is like a backup to this, but when you go against light, like if you're going Cosmos or Saturnite or something, you know, Honest and all that stuff don't really activate because they don't go to damage step. One Goyo, one Kandama for the level 6. I used to run this at 2. His effect is if you can banish one spirit monster from the graveyard and Birth of 100, it does piercing, and if you control no monsters, you can, and this is in your graveyard, you can special summon it from your graveyard, but for the rest of that turn, you cannot activate spells or trap cards. I'm sorry, not spells and trap cards. You cannot normal summon, set summon, or special summon. So it's like a last resource thing. Like if you have no plays, you special summon this and try to stay on in game. Then for the level 7s, one Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, one Yazi, one Black Rose Dragon, one Clearwing. Really good synchros. You know, self-explanatory. Especially Yazi is like you make it against Burn Abyss and they kind of lose to him. One Stardust to negate, you know, like Torrential and stuff like that. One Mistworm. Mistworm is the other level 9 of the deck. It's just really good to bounce back your opponent's stuff. This is, I know it says Stardust Dragon, but this is my proxy for what's it called? Trishula. I do have a Trishula. It's just my friend. He used it for regionals, and he hasn't had the chance to give it back to me. But this will be a Trishula, and self-explanatory. Trishula has to be, you know, is busted. And one Star Eater because it's just really good. Like it's your out to towers. You make this and it outs towers. And that's it for the deck profile, guys. Hope you guys enjoy it. I do not have a side because it's a fun deck, but any suggestions, anything you guys might have, please let me know. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Bye.